Off to a flying start with 5 news at breakfast at 6 a.m. But until then, we stop at 0 to bring you sport.
When the going gets tough, the tough get going, and right now at week 16 in the NFL, it doesn't come any tougher. Tonight, the St. Louis Rams, defending Super Bowl champions, travel to the site of Super Bowl 35, Tampa Bay, to take on the Buccaneers. Last time they met, there was just 1 touchdown and 5 points between them. This season, both teams have identical 9-5 records. Both trail in their respective divisions. Both know that tonight, there can be only one winner. And that winner will be going to the playoffs. For the loser, an uncertain 7-day wait for a game that might be meaningless. It's the Rams at the Bucs. St. Louis at Tampa Bay for a place in the playoffs. And the entire enthralling episode is exclusively here on 5. Yes, indeed. Welcome along to what is the biggest game of the season. There's absolutely no two ways about that. And Mike, what's intriguing about it is it's not long ago I seem to recall talking about St. Louis as invincible and Tampa Bay are going to blow the regular season, let alone anything else.
Well, a lot of people were picking Tampa Bay as a Super Bowl team because their defense is so strong and because it looked like with Les Stecker they'd put together a better offense. But both the teams have had really bad patches during the season. St. Louis, they'll blame it mostly on injuries to Kurt Warner and to Marshall Faulk, but also their defense just came unstuck. I think largely because John Bunting went to New Orleans in the offseason. It started to get better since Bud Carlson came in, but teams have found the weak spot. And for Tampa, they brought in Keyshawn Johnson. It didn't seem to, light a fire underneath the offense. And funnily enough, the offense has started playing better ever since Mike Allstock got hurt. And they went to Warrick Dunn as an every down back. And for all his career, he's said that he can be an every down running back, but he's never been used as one because everybody looks at him and says, no, he's too small to do that. He's going to get hurt or he's not going to last a season. And I know that's the thing that particularly intrigues you about this game, isn't it? Because you're looking at, as you say, great D against great O. But you kind of flip it around as being important in this game, don't you? I think that may be where the game's decided is when Tampa have the ball, because Tampa know in most games that they'll win if they can hold the other team to 2 touchdowns or less, but it's really hard to hold St. Louis to 2 touchdowns or less, so they know their offense needs to produce. Although having said that, they have held St. Louis to 2 touchdowns or less before. It has been known. Speaking of which, in fact, if we look at the head-to-head between these two teams, well, as we'll see from this one, the Rams have got themselves a juicy little lead. It is 10-3 in the 13 games they met, and in fact, as you can see at the bottom there was the game where Tampa Bay did, well, part of the business, not quite all of it though. The last time they met, the 1999 NFC Championship game, it was St. Louis in a very, very tight fixture, and one that, as I think you'll spot now, also meant something.
Now,
that's
key
right.
Play coming up. Very first play from scrimmage, and you know what the Rams want to do. Play action by Warner. Dumps the ball. Picked up. Intercepted to the 20-yard line. Steve White.
First play turnover for the St. Louis Rams.
That is huge.
Well, I'll tell you what. Did Kurt Warner short arm that baby?
Everybody to the ball. Everybody's got to get to the ball here.
The Rams' slow start was a combination of costly mistakes and missed opportunities.
Thought he had it, yeah. He thought he had it, went to the end zone, but the ball must have hit the turf.
May have been just a little bit short. A great effort, though, by Ike after a supposed catch.
Come here, check it.
We got.
Buccaneers defense hurried Kurt Warner and buried Rams receivers.
3 and out. We'll keep frustrating. Keep frustrating. Fellas, we're making him go to his second look. He doesn't like doing that. You keep rerouting, we keep being physical, we're messing with the rhythm.
Tony Mayberry, the center. Here's the snap. Oh, he snapped it over Sean King's head. King's going to chase it down and knocks it through the end zone for the safety.
Threw that one over the head of Sean King.
Sean King.
Smart move.
Did the smart thing by knocking it out of bounds and through the end zone for just the safety.
Hey, you're talking about inches, baby. It's a foot race to get to that ball. That's a smart play by the rookie, though.
Stopping Marshall Faulk was vital to John Lynch and the Tampa Bay defense. Faulk was never able to run effectively, but neither team had problems running off at the mouth.
Get back to the huddle, Marshall. Get back to the huddle. Get back to the huddle. You ain't doing nothing. Get me back. Young man, push me in here. Nice job. I wouldn't do that to you. Nice job. Don't hit me in the back, Ike. Don't hit me in the back. Don't hit me in the back. You're good talking. How many catches you got, Ike? How many catches you got? How many catches you got?
The bad blood kept boiling as the defenses dominated play. The Buccaneers were determined to keep the heat on the St. Louis offense. Bucs quarterback Sean King was hunted all day as well. The Rams defense recorded 5 sacks and 2 interceptions. Martin Grammatica's second field goal gave Tampa Bay a 6-5 lead heading into the 4th quarter.
Hey, fellas, 15 minutes to the Super Bowl, baby. Oh, man, hey. Let's go.
Hey, guys. Hey, guys. Stay on this last leg. Woo! It's ours, baby. It is our destiny. It's our destiny, baby.
Keep plugging. It's our kind of game right now, right? It's our kind of game.
Keep the pressure on. You're going to make a mistake. We're going to win this football game.
Snap back to King. Back middles. Under some pressure. Steps up. And he throws the interception straight line. 45-yard line. Running left. Look out on the far sideline to the 50-yard line. Down he goes in Bucs territory.
Pressure forces Sean King, the rookie quarterback, into a turnover.
Let's go, fellas. Big series. Big series. Hakini. Let's go.
Rams have the football. 3rd and 4 from the 30-yard line of Tampa Bay. They trail 6-5. This is St. Louis Rams championship football. Backs are split behind Kurt Warner. Takes back to throw. Under some pressure. Rainbows the far sideline. And he is caught. Touchdown Rams. Yes. Ricky Crow.
Yes. What a job. What a job by 87. Man, I'll tell you what. Way to come through and touch his first touchdown all season long. What a time.
What a time to do it. Ricky Crow, no touchdown catches all year.
Great catch. We had a defender on him. Brian Kelly just couldn't make the play. Ricky Crow with a grab. And if there's anything good about that play, there's still 4 minutes and 44 seconds left to go.
Taking it. We hard. We go hard. We go hard. You know what's wrong with that. We go hard.
Just like we've done all year. We're going to score. We got to go out 2 minutes. Okay? Just like we do all year long. Somebody make a play.
Buccaneers need a touchdown to win. A field goal won't help.
Down 11-6 with under 5 minutes to play, the Buccaneers finally put together their first prolonged drive of the game. But it seemed every time they took a step forward, they took a leap backwards.
Sean King takes, backpedals in the pocket, and he is going to be sacked.
57 seconds left. Second down, 22. Shotgun set, Sean King. Here's the snap. King stands tall, looks, throws it over the middle. Caught!
Referee Bill Carollo is over checking out the replay, and
That's a catch. Diving catch, Bert Emanuel.
they rule that incomplete. Tony Dungy is on the field. The referee is over talking to Tony Dungy. You cannot believe the call.
The call helped set up a 4th and 23 with the game on the line.
Snap back to King. Drops back. Scans the secondary. And now he's the end zone. And it is incomplete. Yes. The ball batted out of the end zone. Listen to this crowd. You gotta love it. This place is going
Good luck to you.
Super Bowl! Yeah,
I love you, man.
It was exactly, but it was as epic as that, wasn't it? It was an amazing game. We saw the catch, which called for a rule change.
Yeah,
there.
they changed the rule on possession because of that. Because you can see that was a catch the whole way.
Yeah,
And, you know,
exactly.
if it had been, it would have been an even greater game.
Can you imagine?
Yeah,
exactly.
the finish would have been that much better.
And I think what's particularly intriguing as well about this is pretty much the same personnel going at it now as well, isn't it?
There aren't too many changes. You could argue with Allstott out, the Bucs aren't as strong offensively, but of course Keyshawn Johnson wasn't playing for them last year, and they upgraded their offensive line significantly with two guys that Tony Dungy brought in from Minnesota, McDaniel and Christie at guard and center. St. Louis is pretty much the same. They lost only a couple of guys on their defense. Their secondary has been a bit odd, and what's happened for them, the worst part for them, is that Kevin Carter and Todd Light basically haven't played up to their abilities this season, although Light has been playing better the last couple of weeks. But Carter took a long few weeks off in the season in a sort of preparing for a contract dispute.
Yeah. Because not only they know this is a big game, they know that they've got that big game in the back of their minds all the time as well, haven't they?
Yeah, and
both teams.
You know, they know each other well from last year, so that they're all prepared for coming in. But because it's a must-win situation, and it's the same situation for both teams, a win puts them in the playoffs. A loss means that they can still get in the playoffs, but they'll not only have to win the following week, but someone else is going to have to lose to put them there. So neither team wants to be in that situation.
Or to put it another way, it doesn't get any better than this, does it? Hold of the game when we come back after the break.
Call the live one-to-one girls now on 09066 400 800. That's 09066 400 800.
Flu? This sorts the man from the boys. Take a few days off. We can cope.
Lemsip Max Strength Capsules. Hard-working medicine because life doesn't stop.
The new foam bar is fast and fun, and it's the easiest way to talk to exciting new people. You can swap messages or connect live for a private chat with anyone in the bar you like the sound of. With up to 240 people on the line right now, you're sure to find someone to interest you. Give it a try now and find out for yourself on 09069 121 131. That's 09069 121 131.
St. Louis are in Tampa Bay, and the maths are very simple indeed. If you win, you're in. Congratulations. If you lose, well, you've got a whole week to find out whether you're going to stay around and see in the postseason as well. That's the way this story all lines up. It's as simple as that, really, and that's exactly how this game is going to go. We can now go and join our commentary team of Dennis Miller, Dan Fouts and Al Michaels in what is indeed a very noisy Raymond James Stadium.
If you're single, or even if you're not, you'll always be welcome at the Singles Bar. People call in every day looking to chat, get a date, or perhaps something more. You'll find the Singles Bar on 09069 12 13 12. And we have thousands of callers every day looking for fun. So why don't you join them on 09069 12 13 12. Call us now.
What if your mind was stolen? You had me cloned. Your body duplicated. I want my life back. This season, take back what's yours.
You're not serious, are you?
I'm dead serious. Schwarzenegger. The Sixth Day.
Call me at home on 09069 111 888. That's 09069 111 888.
Which means Marshall Faulk and Warwick Dunn are the two men ran the ball home. 10-7 is the lead then for Tampa Bay over St. Louis in that first quarter of football. And
what a quarter!
Well, there wasn't a play that wasn't interesting, exciting, great.
If I had a telestrator, I'd be telestrating them all. But I mean, what I'll do is we can talk about this stuff, and then at home, if you've got like a correction pen or something. You can write on your own screen.
Yeah, always a good idea. And plenty of
you notice both touchdowns, the same kind of running.
Yeah.
The back comes to the line, sees the hole's not there, and they're so quick to get outside. And Allstott just got enough of Todd Light to get done that outside route. But the interesting thing, Dennis Miller said, Mike Martz didn't want Tampa to set the tempo. Well, Tampa is setting the tempo, only it's the Rams' tempo that they're setting, and that's the amazing thing about this game.
They're keeping up the speed, aren't they? That's,
yeah.
I mean, and I suppose the interesting about, if you look at as a whole, it's Tampa have provided kind of both elements, haven't they? Their offense and their defense are working well.
Yeah, their defense is working very well, and it's not so much that they're getting the rush from the front four, but they are getting the rush from four rushers, which isn't the same thing. And what they're doing quite a bit of is bringing a linebacker and dropping a lineman back into the linebacker spot. And we saw the replay of where Oz Hakeem tripped over the umpire. So they got away with that because McFarland would have been lost if he had to keep up with Oz Hakeem dragging across the middle. But that's very inventive of Tampa, because one of the things St. Louis tries to do is to put 3-4 wide receiver sets out or split the tight end way out to try to get Tampa to go to a nickel D and get one of those linebackers out of there, which opens things up for the run. And Tampa's doing just a great job of passing the ball to open things up for their running. And you just have to love the way Warwick Dunn is running. He's like a man possessed. And,
yeah, terrific little athlete. And on the other side as well, as you say, obviously with their D working so well, I must say I do admire Kurt. I mean, you can see why Kurt Warner is an MVP, because the pressure he's under, yet still getting passes away, adapting his game, changing the way he throws. It's terrific to watch.
The ball he threw on that sort of deep crossing route, and I think it was Isaac Holt made the catch. And you could see Brooks had a bead on it, but he couldn't get to it because Warner had put it high, so he had to jump for it. But he was literally the only person on the field who could have caught that ball, because if he doesn't catch it, it's going high and sailing out. He's got such good control. It's amazing.
Just a quick sidestep on that one. We've heard that Kurt Warner's happy to take the fine if the bob and weave, which they want to introduce.
All they got to do is go and do it on the sideline,
and then get away with it.
Yeah.
We've had an email from Nick Earl in Tenbury Wells in Worcestershire, and he was at the Dallas-San Francisco game when Terrell Owens did what I suppose might be called the Lone Star Shuffle. George T gave him a whack. He said it's great because it ignited the stadium. He said that, and I quote him, "That was greatness." I mean, how do you stand on this? Do you think it should be part of the game?
Well, I understand the argument that you don't want guys spending their time choreographing things to do that are going to take a lot of time and are eventually going to start brawls on the field. But yeah, I mean, there's some natural celebration you just have to allow, and as long as it's players on the field and they do it and they get out of the way, then I think it's fine. I mean, it's part. On the other hand, when I used to play back in the old college days, many years ago, you scored the touchdown, you threw the ball back to the referee, you went back to the huddle.
Well, a firm shake of hands was suspicious, wasn't it?
Yeah, offhand, I can't remember which coach said it, but somebody celebrated, and the coach screamed at him and said, next time you score a touchdown, act like you've been in the end zone before.
Yeah, I like that point. Can I just say quickly, though, this fella actually Nick refers back to Rob Parsons, the only person who got the question wrong last week for the John Madden game. And he's delighted he got it wrong because he was at that San Francisco game with him, and he's a San Francisco fan. And Rob also emailed us to say he did know it was Tom Flores, but for some reason put the wrong name on the email.
Can't these guys talk to each other? Why do they have to do it through
I believe they did, because he also points out the fact that apparently plenty of text messages, answer phone messages and emails were sent along to Rob to say, oh, bad luck, mate, you're the only fool in the country. That's the way it goes, mate, bad luck, and we did you again. Sorry about that, Rob. OK, back to the game then. 10-7 is the lead for Tampa Bay. Back now with Dan Denner now in a festive mood.